Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Dragon Ball Z episode 101 and 102. We've passed the 100 mark officially after this. Yay! Can you believe 100? I just feel like the other day I baked cupcakes for 100 episodes of Dragon Ball, and now I'm already at 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Time flies. And there was a time when I thought I'll just watch 4 episodes of DBZ per week because that's enough. Like, I don't want to rush. I don't want to finish too soon. Like, I want to savor it. But then I have not once reacted to only 4 episodes. In fact, sometimes I've reacted to more. But maybe it averaged out on about... Once I did react to 4. And once I reacted to 8. So I guess it averages out still. Anyway. So yeah, it's been an exciting journey up to now. We're still smack dab in the midst of Frieza versus Super Saiyan Goku. And Gohan was just sent off the field again. So yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, and all of the Namekians have been revived, which means that there's, what, 2 wishes left of the dragon. And who's going to make those wishes? And oh, and what's his name? Vegeta is back. So yeah, a lot about to go down, I feel. In the live chat, there is Rodriguez, Booty, Hunter, Sotos, who is playing Waifu Wars again. Woohoo! Dark Shadow is going to tea with his family, like a high tea type situation, which I haven't done that since Yuki was living in South Africa. I'd really like to go and do that again. I'll see if I can make an appointment or a booking. Niharu is here. Recently started playing Waifu Wars 2. Bernard is here. Welcome. Walid. Let's jump in. Okay. I survived. Both of them standing like this though. Why? Maybe at some point your muscles just outgrow your neck. I don't know. Wow, they have to... Oh, they showed me again. But at least they didn't make his chest blow up again. Because that was the... See, I told you, you're gonna be your own undoing, Frieza. I love it when they do that. Whoa. I love that pose. I wish I could get a figure of him doing that pose and him being kneed in the face. I'd buy that figure. That would be a cool figure. Exactly like that. Oh, one wish. Okay. Yeah, I knew it. There's no way he's gonna want to be sent back with the rest of them. He is on Kami level right now, I think. That's why he can hear them. Whoa. Because being a Kami is a frequency, and the Goku tuned into that frequency. So you see what I'm saying? Whoa. But if he returns, Frieza is gonna just fuck up more people and then eventually come to Earth and then... Goku! him. He's done this much by now, so he deserves that. Have faith in Goku. In Goku we trust. Who's making me my t-shirt? Wait. I have a list of things I want to do. In Goku we trust shirt. Thank you very much. Now it will happen eventually. Oh, Dindi. He's basically like Baby Yoda, but even cuter actually. Run, 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 jump. I can be a backpack while you run. Swing from a hairy vine. I can be a backpack while you climb. I need a new version of that song, a fan-made, and then instead of, then it's Chaozu being the backpack. Wow, that smile! Is it? Oh, he never died, so he can't be brought back to life, right? Piccolo. Oh wait, he's already died once. Phew, he wouldn't have been... Okay, sure. If he was brought back to life, he'd be stronger now, right? Because that's the Saiyajin way. I need... The way he was on 4 legs, though. He was actually looking so cute. I was like, he's like a little puppy. And then I decided to do that. Vegeta is definitely the human version of a chihuahua. I was waiting for that since I was preparing the trivia. Aww. Kayo-sama. That voice. I know it's a woman, but I can't help it because with that face, it's like... Oh, sorry, Frieza. You can't tune into the Kami frequency because you're just not there yet. Ah, shit. No! Get him, get him, get him! Oh my gosh. He's gonna see Goku as Super Saiyajin! Alright, his name is Porunga. Transport everyone to Earth except Goku and Frieza, and then imagine Vegeta be like, is that? Who is that? And then beep, he's on Earth. You can't because because you don't know how to speak his language. That doesn't work. He doesn't understand you. Mm-mm-mm. Insert. What's his name? The guy without the nose from Harry Potter. That laugh. Insert it here. What's his name? Voldemort. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Maybe you should have downloaded Duolingo, Frieza. Bye, Vegeta. Now, bye! Bye! Oh, does that mean we're never gonna see Porunga again because the Dragon Balls are gonna be on this? Bye for real! Sayonara, Porunga! Yada! Oh my gosh.
どうやらここの言葉で言わねえと願いは叶わなかったようだな。
だな。
俺もヒヤッとしたぜ。俺のドラゴンボールでお前らに殺された連中を生き返らせたんだ。そしてここのドラゴンボールで
へへ。
この星にいる貴様と俺を除いたすべての連中を地球に移動させたのさ。
へへへへ。One thing I want to say before, but I didn't want to interrupt the moment. You guys know, I've talked about this before, I think in Dragon Ball somewhere. There was like a record, like when was the sprinting record, the broken or something, like for a long time it didn't change. And then someone beat it. And then suddenly, like a few weeks later, even though it hasn't been broken for such a long time, once it was broken, suddenly a lot of people started to be able to do it. Because it was like a mental barrier was, like the mental barrier held people back even more. So once one guy did it, more people believed they could do it. And then within a few weeks, more people ended up reaching that record or breaking it, or I don't know. But yeah, I think with Super Saiyajin, it will probably be the same. Now that Vegeta has seen the example in front of him, it could be, but I'm hoping, I don't know how it could happen, because I feel like to become that Super Saiyan, the reason it was happening so rarely was because it's like they needed a bit of humanity or something more than what all the other Saiyajins had, which was just, you know, crazy strength and blah blah blah, seeing their children as junk if they're not good enough. But anyway, so Goku was the first one in so long to be able to reach it. So either Vegeta's gonna reach it, but I feel like he has to have a lot of development before then. But I'm kind of hoping that Gohan will reach it before him, but I feel like that's a bit of wishful thinking. But we'll see. We talked about the Tetris being beaten for the first time in over 30 years, and then 2 more were able in the next month. Same principle. Yeah, but he chose to stay. You're back! You're back! Oh, then the MVPs! Immediately saving Piccolo! Oh, wait, what about the guy that Piccolo assimilated with? He's probably not gonna be back, because he didn't technically, he was assimilated, so he's not coming back. The way he was standing! My son! Where are you? At least this time he can pause naturally because he's surrounded by his children. Oh, ow. You will now be the elves of the forest of the planet Earth. Don't go destroying anything now. Wait for Goku to get back before you rampage or anything, okay? Yo, battle hungry guys, you! Well, at least everyone else is safe on Earth, and these two can fight now to their heart's content. Dende is alive. Kuririn is not. But they'll find a way to bring him back. I know he eventually gets married. I know, I just don't know how. Let's keep going. We have one more episode for this video. 1102. I'm skipping to where? There's a joke in the DBZ fandom that Frieza doesn't know how to count time, which is why these 3 minutes takes forever. Is it really only Frieza though? Is that not just like a shonen thing in general? Like, oh, we only have 3 minutes. But then 7 episodes later, then they rolled. I would have claimed him if it happened in this video right after he was revived. That's a good claim to get. Let's see. Oh, good claim. You got him in the video. Yay! Good job. Duel on a vanishing planet. Let's go. The style looks slightly different. That reminded me of that meme where the two people are shaking hands. Yeah! They basically fist bumped. Ooh. Whoa. The pressure. Oh! Bend the knee. But you're all alive. You've been brought back from the dead. Your planet didn't matter. Just be happy you're in the forest. The sun is shining. For now, just shame. You can't. They want to mourn their planet. I'm just trying to say, look on the bright side. Dun 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 dun. Goku was so tiny. Oh, memories. And did that work? People that only watch DBZ be like, what is that? Filler? Right, because they didn't see Piccolo's journey. Aww. went through so much together. Oh, I forgot! It hurts again to see. Yeah. I remember that he died and stuff, but you watch something once in 100 episodes. You don't remember how it... I killed your father, Gohan. Now I am your father. That much I remember.
おかげで回復できた。あとはオラが何とかする。悔しいが損。お前のパワーは俺などはるかにしのいでしまったんだな。カカロットの気持ちはよくわかるぜ。ベジータ。カカロットのやつはただ強いやつと戦いたいだけなのさ。死んでてくれればよかったのに。おあいにくさまだな。
Oh god, that guy came back too.
カカロットにも俺にも戦闘民族サイヤ人のたけだけしい血が流れているんだぞ。まして伝説のスーパーサイヤ人になったカカロットはなおのことフリーザを倒さなければ気が収まらないはずだ。
He's got a lot of balls for a guy that died and came back to life. Not because of his friends fighting to bring him back or any kind of... Like, he just happened to come back too. You don't have any... You don't have any, like, shame. No, that is not part of the Saiyajin blood. Okay, then. Yeah. Thanks to everyone else. Oh, wow. Strongest man by default. So much pride. Oh, yeah, fortune. Let's call it that. Oh, come on! No, you finish. You don't switch back and forth the whole time. That annoys me with filler. Just finish the other scenes and then finish the fight, or at least give me bigger chunks. Because if you just jump around... Booty said it's filler. Jumping around annoys me. Let's go! You see him get his butt kicked once and for all! Or once and for at least now. Frieza must also have something in his blood that makes him keep toying with people. Right, they can do more of that panning. You know, why not have more filler where we're just panning over Goku's body? This would have been the perfect episode to eat in. Then I would have watched the fillers. If I had a snack, I would not have minded the filler so much, I think. Because then I'd be like, okay, time to chew. Yeah. Whoa! Didn't he just... Isn't he just... What? Ooh. A nice steam. That would do good to me today. Throw it right... Whoa! Thank you for the sub! Where was my dancing Miku? Wow, he didn't even... Oof. Are the rocks falling up? Because the gravity is off of its whack? We haven't seen that much blood in this fight so far, but now they both have, you know... organ music. And I mean, that moment, it was a good moment. Whoa. Dun, 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 dun. I like how he speaks sometimes. Whoa. They keep like fist bumping until the last fist bump when they end the planet. Rogue Temporary says, I grew up on Kai. So this is the first time I'm seeing pacing like this. You've never watched One Piece? Or you grew up with One Piece? At this point in the anime, they almost caught up in the manga. So they were adapting basically a 20-page issue and stalling for time. Yeah, that happens. One Piece at one point, I have actually I was being sarcastic. I'm just commenting on, have you never experienced shonen pacing before? In One Piece, the anime adapted in East Blue 1.8 chapters per episode. In Arabasta, it was 1.7. In Sky Island, it was 1.6. In Water 7, it was 1.2 chapters per episode. And then in Thriller Bark, 1.09. Summit War 0.8, but it had a lot of action, so sometimes it works, even 1-to-1, adaptation, it can work. Cause it just depends. Like, I don't mind long fights, but all this in-between stuff, like, the in-between stuff, I feel would be better if it didn't, you need a bigger chunk of fight, and then some in-between stuff, and then another bigger chunk of fight, and then it wouldn't be so disruptive. Other than that, I don't really have an issue with things being extended because, like I said, I'm used to it. Although there was a point in here. So during Whole Cake Island, that was the first time that the pacing really bothered me so bad. Yeah, but Reverie was only 12 episodes, so... Here in Whole Cake Island, that was the first time I only switched to One Pace for a short time. And then I went back to regular, and even Wano with 0.8. For the most part, it worked. As long as what they're added is added well. I was bothered by infinite running, because just running is not, to me, my favorite padding of, certain fights and stuff. But in Thriller Bark... No, wait. Water 7, there was a lot of... No. Enies Lobby. Within Water 7, Enies Lobby had... I was dying in Enies Lobby for a bit. But not for too long, so it's fine. Thriller Bark had me a little bit with the running, but I never wanted to switch to One Pace. It wasn't that bad. Until Dressrosa with the wedding cakey. And then I was like, no, wait, let's try One Pace. And then, over here. So then I tried One Pace for a while, but then we had Reverie. And then we had Wano, and I was pretty much almost caught up. So I switched back to normal before I reached, one per week. So anyway, I mean, I'm not too bothered generally. But yeah, if it switches a lot, here, like you can't, that can be a bit annoying. And I've said that before, even with One Piece, I would rather have like a whole filler episode. So then you guys work on the fight, and we have like a side quest or a side episode, and I can just enjoy that for what it is. And then when you're ready to get back to the fight, let's get back to the fight. So that's stuff that I prefer, but it's just, personal opinion. They did things back then in a certain way and for certain reasons that make sense. So I can skip if I really feel like it, which I do, but I do think I'm going to go get myself a snack for the next 2 episodes and maybe skip a bit less, because then I can just relax and enjoy. Mulder says, to me, the end of Naruto had it worse when it came to pacing. The filler was so bad. I don't remember. I think with Naruto, I had like someone helping me to stick to only certain filler. So I was probably skipping. But what I liked, if you were watching Naruto weekly, obviously it would be annoying. But since I didn't, and I was watching it after it finished airing, I could skip a bunch of episodes if I wanted to. So I never really got that negative experience. Random filler episodes is better in retrospect than a bunch of nothing in canon episodes. Yeah, that's a good way to say that. A note about episode 102. The fight between Goku and Frieza in this episode is expanded and none of the attacks are directly taken from the manga. So between that and the flashbacks and the small talk in Earth, the whole episode is listed as filler in some sources. I would not have minded in that case. If nothing was taken from the manga, I would not have minded if someone said, like, hey, you could skip that. Because that's what people did for me with Naruto. There were some filler that I entirely just skipped. And if it had no canon stuff, and other filler, though, that people consider to be good, I did watch. Like, there was one with a guy with bubble powers or something that I really, like, to this day, I remember that. I remember that filler arc more than some other arcs that were canon in Naruto, so. I've even claimed the main character, the bubble guy, in Waifu Wars before. Goku is characterized as less selfish in the English dub, where he asks King Kai, he was selfish? Why is he selfish? He didn't even seem selfish to me in Japanese. He just wants to fight, and he wants everyone else to get taken off the planet. And besides, if he didn't stay to fight, Frieza would anyway survive and come after them, and then the Earth might get fucked up too. So it's not that selfish. Like, that's not the first word that I thought of when Goku wanted to stay. I wouldn't even describe it as selfish. I would describe it as like battle hungry with good, what's the word? When you do something and something happens as a result, like a side effect. So he's battle hungry with good side effects, because if he doesn't stay anyway, Frieza will come and fuck up the Earth. So it might not be his primary intention, but it still has a benefit in the end. But anyway, according to this wiki, they are characterizing Goku as selfish in Japanese, but less selfish in English, which I disagree with, but okay. He asks King Kai to alter the wish to leave both him and Frieza on Namek. In the dub, his rationale is that since he and Frieza are already nearing the end of their conflict, it would be a waste to pull out, when the latter could heal and become a threat again. Duh. In the Japanese version, it is implied he wants to settle things, both to avenge Krillin, Kuririn, and to feel the satisfaction of fighting all out against the tyrant. Which I personally wouldn't say is selfish, because no one's getting shafted because Goku wants vengeance for Kuririn, and he wants to, like, selfish to me is like, I choose me over you and your desire or your needs. Like, he's not taking anything from anyone else. And besides, if we're talking about Kaio-sama saying, like, I'm choosing what I want above what Kaio-sama wants, if we're talking about what he wants, he never even wanted Goku to fight Frieza in the first place. So, if anything, Goku's selfishness turned out really well for everyone involved. Thanks to Kaio-sama, bringing everyone back and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, Frieza needs to be defeated. So what can he do? He can go back and heal up and fight again, but then the next planet is going to get effed up, and the next one, and the next one. Like, you better to just finish it when you can, if you can. And if you die, well, he's prepared for that. So Japanese is revenge, and English is pulling out. Maybe selfish because he could kill Frieza faster but didn't. So they came to that point because of that. Okay, but that was then, if we're talking about selfishness from that, it would have been, it's not from this episode, it's from way before when he let Frieza get to full power. But at that point, everyone was already dead, so it didn't even matter anymore. Selfish is not the word I would use. Stupid, sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'm not defending Goku like I would agree with every decision he's ever made. But yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with those kinds of episodes. But for reaction purposes, I don't think I need to watch them. I can always go back and watch them later if I wanted to. But to be fair, there's a few One Piece filler that I never went back and watched. And they're so rare. They could have done a lot more One Piece filler arcs. Like a little adventure on a different island. But, you know, we won't talk about that. Because not everyone agrees. 2 more episodes because of what Booty did. No, I have 2 more episodes to watch. I've only done 4 so far. So we have 103 and 104 next. But first I'm going to go get a snack. So I'll see you in the next one.